Hi, and welcome to episode 4 of 10A Season. My name's Thomas Gold, and I'm the host of this show. In this week, we had a lot of stuff happening. There was a lot of improvement in arrangement and sound balancing. We also spoke to our external vocal writers to follow up on the several vocals in progress. Jules had his first coaching session, and in the team feedback meeting, we discussed the actual status and progress of all the projects. For our group call this week, we had an interesting guest who has been working in the music industry for a very long time and shared a lot of his valuable knowledge with us. Not to forget, we'll give our awards for best performance this week as well. Check out who made it this time and how the ranking looks now. Looks like a pretty busy schedule, so let's get into it. Here is episode 4 of 10A Season. Last week, Julius had joined the 10A Season team, so this week we had our first coaching session. We discussed his goals for the production during the upcoming weeks. Besides that, we went through his project and discussed some of the elements and sounds of the track.
What's going on? It's Wednesday and I'm here in my studio in Munich doing some stuff with the project that I'm doing for 10A Season. So I did some tiny effect editing and stuff like that, and I also will go outside today for some photos. I do love doing the photography, that's why I have this baby here. And probably the afternoon I'm going to go a little bit into the nature, because like the weather is beautiful today after like 2 weeks, and can't wait to see the sun again. So see you guys.
So how are you? First session,
pretty excited for that.
So we're talking about Booster, right? That's the name of your track?
Yeah, well, it was just like an idea that dropped into my head, and I still thinking about changing like the song title after I found like probably a good vocal for it with some good topic. But yeah, at the moment it's called Booster.
I would say let's show the viewers what we are actually talking about.
Sorry for being a mess. I gave my best, but was too late. Yeah. We talk about this, can't forget. You
Really cool. I mean, we discussed it in the team meeting already. And I love the groove. I love the piano, the Rhodes, or whatever it is, and how you go from the breakdown section where you already have this groove included into the drop, and then the drop sounds with the glitches and the stuff are very interesting, very cool. So it's a pretty cool track. The vocal is not yours, right? You got that from some.
I got that from Splice. So
it's a Splice vocal,
yeah,
okay.
Splice vocal.
Okay, so first question, what is your biggest challenge on the track, and what do you want to achieve with that track?
I'm still thinking about getting maybe getting a good vocal for this, or a nice top melody on top of the chords, because like I think there could be some more there could be a little bit more in the track. But I don't want it also to overload it, and I think there's quite some stuff I can work on to like make it more warm and also a little bit more crispy.
I think this is all stuff we can definitely work on the next couple of weeks, mixing and sound design anyway. And then, as you said, like spicing it up a little bit, making it a little bit more punchy without making it too crazy, too much of a club. Of course, one of the main points is the vocal. So we should get a new vocal on that. That would be the plan, right?
Yeah. I also did add in the second part, which I just copied, a real bass. I'm not quite sure if it's working with the rest of the track. I think slowing it a little bit too much down, right?
No, I think it needs to be quantized and cut.
Yeah.
You have to sample it and then flex it, and then it should be working. And maybe always a good thing is if you put a little ride on top, So that gives a little bit more of the groove, you know, that kind of like indicates what is the beat and takes away the focus too much of from the attack of the bass.
Good morning, guys. I'm on my way now to university. We're going to do there some drum recording with a band today, like me and a friend of mine who's also studying there, and I'm pretty excited. So here we are at the drum recording. This is the place where I'm going to be on.
Last week, Leo had a session with team coach Dom to work on the overall sound of his project. This week, I gave him an update on the status of the vocal writing in progress, and we went through some mixing and sound processing details of his track. Hey man, today I think it's not too much to say because I got the info from Vocal Kitchen. Let me check the email here. They say they will work on your comments. Yeah. Then I would say let's try what they come up with and then see how it works, right? But it should be fine. Yeah. But have you had sessions with Dom or Massimo so far? I mean, last week.
I had a short session with Dom, which I plan to have another one this week.
Okay, cool. Then you can already start going into mixing and details, maybe.
Yeah, this week we're gonna start talking about more mixing stuff.
Awesome, cool. FC Bayern, man, I like it. That's where I'm from.
I love it. I bought this one in Germany.
Nice. Hans had worked a lot on his vocal and the all-over sound last week. This week's coaching session was about three main topics: the vocal arrangement, the processing of the vocal sound, and the key elements of his production. Where are we now with the song?
So basically, last week I had Luisa, the singer, over in my studio, and we recorded the second verse, second pre-chorus, second chorus. Yeah, now the vocal is complete and created an arrangement for the entire track. So basically, last week I only had the first bit until the first, including the first drop, and that's it. And now I have the song arranged.
Let's have a look at it.
We are dancing like it's only us. We are strangers. Do you think this might be love? And no, you ignite a fire in my soul. Oh, oh, tonight you rescued me from feeling low.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, really good, a lot of energy. I think it's pretty decent structure already. First of all, that was one thing with the vocal, but I know you're not really into mixing and stuff. It sounds a little bit harsh, the shh, you know. This is pretty strong in her voice, and we should definitely try to tackle this as soon as possible. So it doesn't bother us.
I boosted a lot the high end.
I don't think it's the boost of the high end at all. It's not that the super high end. It's more the sh and not even the s. It's more the typical sh, you know. And I would look for that between 8 and 10 kilohertz, 11 kilohertz area, and maybe use a dynamic EQ on that, and as an extra plugin, maybe even on the lead vocal, just even before you send it to any bus or whatever. If it's possible, it's kind of like worth trying out either a de-esser in that kind of area, or you try to use a dynamic EQ like Fab Filter or whatever, and to see if you can tackle these it's kind of like very narrow range of frequencies, I think, where where the problem is. For our group call this week, we were happy to have Mantu Overbeck from Berlin join us for a bunch of useful tips on bootlegging and the essential question: how can I get to play on a festival? Guys, this is Manuel Overbeck from Germany, and Mantu and me have been working together for quite a while on a lot of topics.
My name is Mantu, so all my friends call me Mantu. I'm like 20 years in the business right now, music business, always electronic music, dance music. I started 2000 with Universal Music. I worked with them 10 years as an A&R promoter for electronic music. And then I was like starting my global venture, was doing some labels, some consultings. I was doing the A&Ring for Alle Farben for 6 years, like from its first record to I think like several platinum, gold, platinum, and even diamond records we made with him. Then I started my own company, which is First Strike, is a label and management where Thomas and his ventures are a big part of it. And we are now in the 4th year of the company. It's going very well. And some of you I know already or know me already.
Today, the topics are actually bootlegs, mashups, edits. How far can you go if you want to release something you made yourself, like a bootleg or an edit of a known track? And how can you actually make it kind of public without being illegal? Where's the limits you should take care of, or what would be a good strategy? How could you get this done? And then we had another question. How to get to play festivals, which is a super easy question. Yeah. And I mean, that's the question every DJ wants to be answered.
Nowadays, with the algorithms and the software which is there, bootlegs are very fast found by the original owners and then taken down by programs. Probably you have this already noticed on SoundCloud, you know, like SoundCloud was like the home of bootlegging.
After we had discussed the vocal demos last week, I gave Carlo a quick update about the progress from the writers this week. Carlo had an online session with our team coaches where he cleaned up the sounds and balanced them out a bit more.
Yo guys, it's Carlo here. I have an update for the past week. So in this week I spoke to Sarah, the lyricist, the vocalist, and we came up together with a super cool track idea and super cool vocals. I probably work on that tomorrow and wait to show you guys the final track. Also in this week I'm gonna see Massimo and we will talk about the mixing of the vocal and how I will work on that, adjust the technical things and stuff like that. So it's gonna be super cool.
Hey Carlo, I like your yellow head. I just said that.
Yeah, it's because I have horrible hairs today, so I'm like.
How are you?
I'm fine. I'm still at home because of the COVID, but
yeah,
still happy.
Okay, cool. Hey man, we listened to your track on Friday together on the team feedback, and it's really, I think. You take a good leap, you take a good step forward with the sounds and how clean and punchy it now sounds.
Yeah, I followed some tips from Dom and Massimo too. Yeah. For mixing, maybe I'm leaving some space. Yeah, it's more organized.
Vocal.
Vocal.
I would say let's wait with what they come back and see how we feel about it, and then make the decision if we go for it or not. Yeah, I think that's it for today. At least we have a quick update on everything, and I keep you posted about the vocal. I'll let you know. Last week, Natalie presented a full song structure, which was a big leap for her and her project. This week, we discussed the balance between the main elements and the all-over time and structure of the production. We were not quite of the same opinion, but Natalie was pretty sure about her vision, as you can tell.
Hey guys, usually I could show you China, but I'm in Russia now, so let me show you the view from my window. Do you wanna see Crimea mountains? Yeah, like that. Hey guys, I'm working on mixing already, and I just wanted to share with you some little things that I did, because there are a lot of things that need to be done, but first of all I will share what I did already.
We think that there's too many things in there still. We need to focus on maybe less elements to make it more a story. And Dom said it sounds a little bit of like a mashup of two different songs.
I was thinking that that's the point. There should be a lot of elements, because I understand there are two different kinds of tracks. Like some kinds are more melodic and they have like this how to say, slow things that go upper, yes. And in my track, it's a lot of energy, and actually that's kind of the tracks that I play on the stage.
If I would ask you, what is the main key element of the track? Which one would it be? What is the main, you know, the hook? Every track has normally one hook, you know, where you can rely to. When you say this track, I remember, because it's like this melody or this beat, you have something. Which is for you the most important part of this track? Is there one, or are there two, or are there three?
Uh, the one is good for beginning because it's just like more slow beat, and it's like begin for people to understand what's going on, like to start to move. And later already go to the more huge drop like this. I understand that they have like a lot of things in one track, but maybe that's what I wanted.
Hey guys, I promised to show you my dog, so here she is. I bought her in China, like this puppy, and now she's already 7 years old, so yeah, big baby. See ya!
Last week, Dijon and me picked a vocal from the several demos we had received from Vocal Kitchen. This week, I let him know that the final writing process was still ongoing. During the coaching session, we worked on some of the sounds and the all-over balance of his production.
Yo guys, what's good? As you can see, I've got a new mic set up. As you guys probably can realize, I just got this recently, so yeah, I got my producer set up, streamer set up, whatever you want to call it. The project so far, it's been going good.
We don't have a vocal yet for you, and that's what we're actually waiting for right now. When I listened to the track, or the last version, I also figured like that we should definitely try to get more oomph and like boom, like more power from like the low end stuff to increase the energy of that. The sounds are all there, and they're like, the details are there. Right now it's more getting everything like up in terms of energy, and to make the track popping out. I gave it a test master. I ran it through my mastering stuff, and it's also already sounding great, and the balances are not bad. But as you just said, the highs could be a little bit more like crispy and sparkling, and also the low end could be way more energetic and like hit you in the chest, Break section, I think bar 41 onwards, around that, before the 41 to 48, I guess it is, or maybe 37. I think it's 37 to 45. There is this like, these chords are playing. Is it a keyboard or some rope?
Yeah, for some reason it's super low. I don't know why. It's here.
Yeah.
For some reason they're super low. I'm not sure why.
I think you should bring that up, because it really adds a lot to the vibe and to the harmonic content. Our team feedback session took place at my listening lounge this time, where I discussed together with Dom and Massimo what had happened during this week's coachings. A lot of new stuff had happened, and we saw some really cool progress. What do you think about Hans and the progress and his way of working?
Yeah, I talked to him for like an hour yesterday, and that was actually quite fun. I like the new bass and like that layer. Did you hear the new, like the third iteration of his bass?
No, yeah.
Okay, so basically he has that Reese bass that you sent him.
Yeah.
And then for the second half of the drop, he brings in more rhythm and pattern with a kind of a, how would I describe it? Like bum 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 bum, like
more
like,
rhythmic.
Yeah, like, but it's not like a slap or like a deep house kind of a knock bass. It's very like techie 90s kind of a trance bass layer. I think Karsten, like with the third iteration, just got that bridge where it's like just enough energy where you want to dance and you feel compelled to, but it's not forced on you. Cool. So I'm excited.
That's cool. Good to hear, because we worked on that topic last on Monday in the session. Who else did you have a session with, Massimo? That was...
Yeah, it was with Dijon. Was very, very special with him, to work with him. So especially when the whole project crashed down every time, because it was overloaded every time. So I showed him some simple tricks to make the drop part louder.
Julius, just for info, we had the first session. We talked about the whole track and that he wants to beef up some of the elements already. He's working on that, and then we're going for a vocal, and we worked on some details in the mix already.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I think it's gonna be a really cool track. So that's looking pretty good already. Yeah, that was basically the week.
Yeah,
it was a good week. Week number 4 was really
solid.
Yeah,
it's coming together.
Yeah. Of course, we also discussed and picked our award winners for this week, and here we go. Carlo made the progress of the week with boosting his mix and all-over sound to the next level. We gave 2 to Fancy for his activity on social media, and Mikey gets an extra star for his work on fine-tuning and refining his project. Which makes our top 5 look like this. So that was episode 4 of 10A season. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's show. Don't forget, you can find the full coaching sessions as well on our YouTube channel. Don't forget to share, like and subscribe, and to leave your comments in the section below, and check out our website for all the additional content.